Well, tens of thousands of people from all over Germany and beyond are crowded into Berlin to celebrate a historic turning point, the fall of the Berlin Wall 25 years ago today. And a short time ago, that huge crowd witnessed an emotional, symbolic moment. There were thousands of helium balloons lining the path the wall used to take through the divided city. The release of the balloons began at the center of the celebrations, the Brandenburg Gate, and continued for 160 kilometers, going up into the night sky, one by one. And thousands of Germans cheered, remembering that night 25 years ago that transformed their country and changed the world. The CBC's Nahlah Ayed is there in Berlin.
I am standing in this massive crowd, which is just, I'd say, a couple of hundred meters from Brandenburg Gate. It is a very thick crowd here. I'd say there's, many, many thousands of people here. So lots of people here from around the world, but obviously lots of Germans. We're told about 1 million extra people have come into this city for the celebration. It has been a very busy day of celebrations. It started with a service of reconciliation that Angela Merkel, the Chancellor, attended this morning at a church that actually was divided from its congregation back then when the wall was erected. And so this was a service of reconciliation. She gave a message to Germans and to the world by saying that the fall of the wall showed that dreams can come true, that things do not have to stay as they are. And she specifically said that that message was directed at troubled places like Ukraine, Syria, and Iraq. And so after that, she went to the major memorial, the Berlin Wall Memorial, placed flowers there for the lives that were lost. As you know, up to 5,000 people were able to escape from East Germany, but 138 tried at least and died in the process. So there was a remembrance there. But obviously, as you mentioned, lots of concerts, lots of joy today for people, but obviously very difficult to forget the difficult or the painful memories of that time. We spent quite a bit of time with young people here leading up to this, talking about the importance of this day. And for them, especially the ones who are as old as this celebration is, at 25 onwards, they have no memory of this wall. They have no memory of the pain that it caused. They know it from their parents. They've inherited that from their own parents if they were affected by it. But they're ambivalent. And in fact, in some people told us they felt daunted by that achievement. I mean, essentially what happened when the Iron Curtain fell right here in Berlin is that it changed the world. It changed the calculus for, it changed the Cold War. It ended the Cold War, I should say. So they don't know what they could possibly do that could measure up to such an achievement of their parents. And so there is that feeling as well. Now, the sense here, though, is that is the reason the celebration is so big, and that's why they're making such a big deal out of it, is to make sure that the young generation remembers and knows and learns about those difficult days, but also the challenges and the sacrifices their parents had to go through, and also not to forget just how divisive that experience was. Literally, having a wall dividing a people. These people have now been together, reunited as long as they were apart, just about maybe 3 years difference. So that continues to make sure that that unification is complete, that any differences or inequities are addressed. That is still ongoing. So it is something that needs to be taught so that people can continue down the right path, if you will, to ensure this reunification does actually work in the end.
Thanks, Nahlah. The CBC's Nahlah Ayed in Berlin.